Anyway, okay, gang. Before I say what I've got to say, I need to say this to EA quickly. Is it recording? Is it recording?
It's recording.
It's in recording, yeah?
It's recording.
And you see on the camera right now, is it everything that like is normal without any type of thing?
Everything is normal without any type of thing.
All right, so cool. This is not EA's fault, by the way. But I'm here to tell you this. Actually, before anything, subscribe, please. Subscribe. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to do that. Thanks to the ones who did it. And if you actually literally just sat there and watched me while I said subscribe, please, and you didn't subscribe, I just think that's like, I don't know, I think that's psychopathic, to be fair. But I do that purely because what I found out is 30% of the people that are watching, that usually watch, are not subscribers. And I want to try and get that down to 20. I know I'm starting to sound like my man over there, but it's a good tactic still. So honorable shout out to him. But listen, if you ain't subscribed, please subscribe. But anyway, I don't usually do an intro. Reason why I'm doing an intro this time around is because we had an unfortunate situation, yeah? My guest came in, everything was a vibes. We recorded a 2-hour pod, only to realize that this angle right here did not record, yeah? This angle didn't record. However, my guest angle did record, and that is the most important thing when you really deep it, because ultimately, if you're here regularly, you lot see my face all the time. So I just wanted to warn you, it's a really good conversation, and you're just gonna see it just a bit different. You'll see the angle of my guest as normal, but when it's me, there'll just be a picture of me, just a picture of me in it, but it doesn't really matter. But I just wanted you to just be aware that this is where it was, so that it didn't look funny to you or whatever. Anyway, as I said to you, enjoy and subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, enjoy the convo.
Some women believe that men should chase them, and it's fine. You can believe a man should chase you, but does he believe he's going to catch you? It's like, for example, bad sex. You tell a girl,
That's hard.
How do you tell a girl the sex was bad? Without them deflecting it and saying it's mostly you.
Oh, yeah. It was like, you know what? Yeah, you're my girl now. Like, we're just doing it now. Like, we're just starting from this day.
Yeah.
Like, what would that look like?
One of the brothers has gone, yeah, come and kidnap man and like stick a snooker key up his bum.
Oh my God. But people start looking at him like, yo, yeah, you're going too far now, brother.
I looked at man, I said, at 3:30, I'm getting the 108 and I'm going back to East.
Yeah.
I'm not involved in this. Brother!
But you know what? Go on.
I think what Chuckie's trying to say is that, like, more than likely, man is going to be on it.
Yeah,
like,
you can get neck in jail now. Like, it's not a madness. Yeah.
What? What?
You could, though. You could.
No,
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell, he made it.
No, man. Listen, if you know the madness I had. Listen.
Oh my God. Hold on, wait 1 second. Let me just stop this here. Hey. Marvin has decided to make it, everybody. He's decided to make it.
No, man.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
he has done everything to not be here.
No,
I'm going to say it like that.
That's a lie.
You was actually not trying to come.
Nah, 1,000,000%.
Nah, you was not trying to come. No. I'm laying it out.
Chuckie,
We've been trying to do this for the last 4 years. Yeah? The last 4 years. Man ain't turned up. Man can't get a call back. We're supposed to do it last week. I don't know what was going on. Gas man come to the... What's happening?
No, but tell the truth though. You've done it to me as well though. Look, don't believe Chuckie though. Chuckie done it. One time I messaged Chuckie. Chuckie was like, yeah, you know, on Monday we'll do it. I thought, all right, cool, no problem. I looked at my phone, yeah. I'm like, right, Chuckie responded. I thought, you know, nothing. Chuckie's messaged me back about 4 days afterwards saying, do you know what? My bad, you know, I've been busy still. I said, yeah, bro, you know what? I hear it. And
that was what was it? When it was the new year, innit? Was it the new year? Yeah. So obviously, I started having bare things going on or whatever. I had to like come out of that. Do you get what I'm saying? But you're here now.
Do you know what it is though? I'm one of the people that because I do it, if someone does it to me,
you understand it.
I understand it.
Yeah, same.
And I will never get mad. Some people will get mad at you doing something to them that they do to other people.
They take it personal.
Yeah, I can't take it personal.
Yeah, it's mad actually. It's like, that's the... I mean, we've talked about this before. It's like we're all just mad hypocrites, innit?
Brother.
But everyone likes to believe that they're not hypocrites. But it's like, it's funny. It's like, okay, you do this all of the time.
Yeah.
And the moment that somebody does it to you, you don't like it.
Even if you did it once.
One time.
Yeah, the Bible and that, Jesus, bro.
I'm telling you.
Brother, he who has not sinned shall cast the first stone, bro.
Strongly.
Come on.
What are you saying? How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be here still.
Yeah, man. We should have done this from a long time.
I
still.
know. It's this podcast is part of the culture as well. So
Absolutely.
It's good to be
here.
on,
I'm a
man.
madman, though. Bruv, when you know I put my hand in my pocket, yeah. Bruv, how have I got this in my pocket, bruv?
What's that?
It's broccoli and carrots. And
Oh,
there's
you
a
got to
funny
put it-
story behind this.
Supposed to put it in the fridge.
Fam, do you know what it was? I don't know why this is I don't know why I put this in my pocket though. But what it was, yeah, is like I started feeling like I was coming down with the flu. Then I thought, but wait, fuck. You know when I deeped it, I ain't had a vegetable in ages.
Oh, serious?
I thought I hadn't had a vegetable for like, but when I say ages, I mean like strong 3 days. I had not had a vegetable. Yeah. So do you know what? Today, I said, you know what? I need to have, because like I had fucking, what is it? Oats, porridge, yeah?
I have that every morning.
With
still.
dates, yeah. Then I was gonna have granola and yogurt for lunch, yeah. But I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get some vegetables. So I went and got vegetables. I had the granola and yogurt, but I just boiled vegetables.
What, with
And I just put
granola and
them in-
yogurt?
Yeah.
You can't have that. That's a mad combo, bro. That's like listening to R&B and then listening to ska music or something at the same time, bro. You can't, what?
I don't know why I did that. But you know what it was? I thought, nah, I needed vegetables, bruv. I needed it. So obviously I seasoned the vegetables and whatnot. And then I put coconut on the vegetables as well. 'Cause I don't really like fucking broccoli on its ones.
Coconut what? As in that?
You know, like coconut, like,
They're
the
like-
jelly.
Oh, okay.
So I put that over the vegetable and that just to give it some flavor. And then I thought, you know what? When I go to the gym today, I'm just gonna get rid of this because I know I'm not gonna eat this. Yeah. So I put it in my fucking pocket, bruv, to throw
What is it?
out.
Is it the ones you put in the bag and boil?
Nah, I always take it out of the bag. I take it out of the bag. I take it out of the bag and I boil it. I don't put it in the I don't put it in the bag and boil it.
Is that real veg though?
That's real vegetables, bro.
No, but you know when they put in the bag and they vacuum pack it? Like,
Oh yeah, nah,
is
yeah,
that
nah.
real veg?
Do you know what?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do you know what?
Vacuum pack.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
They do that, bro.
Your vacuums are tight.
Yeah. But they do that to preserve it, innit?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Let me not lie. I might have used the wrong term. You've caught me. It might not be vacuum packed, but it's like they seal it when they first do it.
Basically, the principle is still the same way as like if you had a fucking blanket and you were trying to put the blanket somewhere small, you put it in a fucking thing and then you just vacuum it so it just save some space or whatever.
And also with veg as well, if you freeze it, you keep the nutrients in it.
Really?
Yeah. So with veg, like if you cut veg, the moment you cut it, it starts to lose its nutrients immediately. So if you freeze it straight away, it holds it.
Oh, because I freeze my shit, yeah, but I've always felt like after a while, like how long does it stay like that? Like if I've got it frozen for like a year,
I think it's cool. As long as it's frozen, it's cool. The moment you take it out of the freezer and it thaws, that's it. You
bro. I
can't
remember
freeze it
when I moved out and started living on my own because I got a fear of mold.
I'm serious.
Yeah, like so. See lions, tigers, bears, snakes. I can deal with that. Neat. You see moldy bread, my brother. The bitch comes out of me, bro. I can't. You know what? I can't. It's to the point like this, yeah. If there's moldy bread, like on the side somewhere,
Yeah.
I can't remove it. Like that's a whole.
Serious?
Bro, it's a whole. I have to mentally psych myself up.
It's a phobia.
It's a phobia.
That's mad. See, do you know what it is? I'm one of them people here that I can look at the bread here, and like, if I've started making what I'm making already, like you know what I'm saying, like when
What?
you like,
No way.
No. All right, so let me land because what I've said this sounds mad, yeah. But if I've started making what I'm making already, for example, like beans on toast, cheese, whatever, so I've already put the beans in the bowl, yeah, and I'll put in the microwave and I'll press boop boop boop, and that's already going round, yeah. It's oscillating. I'm like, yo, that's me. Then
Regardless.
then I'll look in the bread and I'm like, if I catch like You know, sometimes you get little spots of mold. Yeah? But I just rip off the spots, bro.
That's mental.
No, I rip it off. But then if it's like consumed, you have to, when you open a bag, you have to dash the whole bag. But if I can see a little, if it's like one spot here, boy,
That's do you know? Because to me, my brain processes it like this: if the edge is gone, the whole thing is just there. You just ain't seen it yet. Do you get what I'm saying?
Nah,
like, you know, like I know people do that with cheese, innit?
Yeah.
So like when the cheese goes mold, they just cut the mold off the cheese. To me, the whole thing's dead.
Yeah, it's garbage. But you see, I'm like you, but with smell.
Oh my God.
So if every time I eat food, my mum says it to me all the time, like, are you an animal? Because every time I get food, the first thing I do is just give it a quick smell.
Yeah.
If the smell is a bit off, I can't eat it. Like at all.
So what you like with cheese then? Because you know certain cheese smells.
Do you know what it is with cheese? Because I know I don't eat raw cheese, I only eat cheese melted on pizza.
Okay.
Trying to think of
Toast.
sprinkled on the toast, on spaghetti.
Yeah.
So you don't really smell it like that.
Okay.
But if, for example, if you go to like a kebab shop and you get rice,
Yeah.
you know that sometimes that you just give it a quick, because Bossman might have had it there for a bit
Yeah,
too
so-
long.
yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, you won't know, but it could have been there from the morning. You come in the evening. Do you know what I'm saying? So give it a quick smell. Yeah, calm. Then I'll be able to eat. So I think my smell is your phobia for
my
mold.
for
if that
mold.
makes sense.
Do you know? Like I remember one time I went to there was what was it? It was like I think it was Jamaica Independence, yeah, and it was in Willesden. So I've gone there, and they were giving out like goodie bags, and in the goodie bag, yeah, it had bun and cheese,
Mad.
and it had a random fucking like I don't know, like a sandwich. It was just a random sandwich, yeah.
FSA is going mad over there.
Brother,
Brother, is it FSA? Food Standard Agency.
yeah,
Brother,
yeah,
do you know how mad that is?
yeah. Nah, but I had the bun and cheese though. I yam that same way.
Nah.
And the reason why I yam that is because my brain processes this as someone cut the bread and cheese today. They just done loads of it, innit? But I'm not eating this sandwich. I didn't want the sandwich. It's fucking like it's Jamaica Independence. Bun and cheese, I'm good with that. A normal sandwich, I'm just not even good with that. But when I went home, I still put the sandwich in the fridge, innit? Yeah. So I put the sandwich in the fridge, whatever. Now I'm doing my thing, whatever it is now. A few weeks later, I've realised, and I kept seeing it, you know. This is the next thing. My brain says to me, Chucks, get rid of that before it becomes a problem.
But you say, I'll do it tomorrow.
I'll do it tomorrow.
I'll do it,
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Next time I open the fridge,
I think that's the anxiety in me as well, though. It's like, nah, it's cool. Like I'm shook, but I'll do it tomorrow, innit? Yeah. But I'm making a problem worse. So now I'm saying, yeah, boom, I'll do it tomorrow, whatever. Or maybe a month and a half that's been in there now, yeah? So I'm like,
a
no.
month and a half.
yeah. But hear what I'm saying? The fridge
6
was...
weeks holidays, you know. That's you break up from school, you come back.
I'm telling you. But hear this now. I'm saying to myself, the fridge is doing its thing because it's not changing colour.
Yeah,
so in my mind, I'm saying it's all right, innit? Yeah. I'll just pick it up and just throw it in the bin. Big man, I swear if I'm lying, I'm dying. Yeah. I've gone in the fridge. I've put my hand on the sandwich to go and like put it in the bin. Bro, it was as solid as a fucking rock. I dropped it on the floor. Now I'm having to mentally psych myself. You know what I got? You know what you say you're making a fucking pancake and you might get the thing to flip it up.
Spatula.
Yeah. So I'm trying to pick it up on the floor.
With a spatula. Now, that's a real phobia, you know.
Hey, but hear what I'm saying? Because it's balancing on the thing, that's freaking me out. The whole thing freaked me out, bro. It took me a big drama to get that out of the house.
That's mad. You know what's mad as well about bun and cheese? The difference between Africans and West Indians. I didn't grow up with that at all.
Oh, you never had bun and cheese at all?
Because my mum was a hairdresser, she used to have a lot of West Indian women that came to her shop. So I used to speak to them and whatever. Sometimes they'll bring stuff like that. But apart from that, I didn't grow up with it. Like, as in we don't. Like, nah, bro, it's mad. When I think about the differences,
Yeah.
like even the way we cook our meat, like West Indian will cook their meat where it's like the meat is falling off the bone.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Africans, we're cooking it so that the meat is staying on that bone.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many
But it's still
differences.
tender though. You still have, is the meat not tender?
Nah, not really, you know.
Right.
Nah, like
So you
just
do
cook it
bare
different.
chewing?
That's what I'm saying. When you hear that, man, you think, That's what you're hearing, because
Yeah.
that's why we got like the jaws.
The jaw,
like,
like,
the jaw
yeah,
bone,
I hear
you
that
know what I'm
still.
saying? It's chiseled.
Yeah, I hear that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's weird.
But then we
It's
still have like there's certain similarities though, because we got festival, which is like
That's
it's
like
like
a puff.
Yeah, that exactly. And it looks you just have it round. We have it long.
Yeah, but you still got dumpling as well, though, innit?
Don't you? You don't have dumpling.
Nah, that dumpling is like a puff. It's kind of puff is sweet. It's like a donut.
But dumpling is not sweet. Though.
Yeah. So I don't think we have a version of dumpling when I think about it. Yeah. I remember we've got a lot of food that you can like eat with your hand as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got Nigerians, you got eba, you got fufu. I mean, yeah, not really fufu, but amala, ground rice, pounded yam. Like there's a lot of food that's like
strong food.
That's I didn't even realize when I was younger. I was running around the playground. I had bare energy.
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you know the ones like I didn't know why I did the advantage of my brethrens because I was eating complex carbs from like down here, bro.
So do you have like? Do Nigerians have problems with diabetes?
I was watching a video. I don't know if you saw that video the other day when some dude was talking about West Indians having like bad diets.
Yeah, we have like big problems with diabetes, and I think it's got a lot to do with the
saltwater fish and stuff you eat.
That's and also the seasoning, because there's so much flipping salt in the seasoning.
Yeah, I think the guy was saying that a lot of the fish you eat is from salt water.
Yeah.
So that's going to have an effect.
Oh yeah, shit, of course, yeah.
The season you have has got a lot of salt in it. Some of the drinks you have. So over time, and obviously the stress of just life in general, growing up, like it factors in that like when you get to a certain age, there's so much diabetes in your community. And I was like, raw, and I didn't think about it. I think in the Nigerian community we have it from like palm oil is quite
palm oil,
bad.
okay.
Then we do have a lot of seasoning as well, but I don't know if it's as prevalent in our community, but I think it is there though. Yeah,
I mean, if it's there, like, I mean, I just don't hear that being spoken about.
Yeah,
but then maybe it's because I'm like, you know, I come from a Jamaican background, so I know like that was a thing before I even knew what the fuck it was. My grandparents and that always was talking about diabetes and their blood pressure and all of this type of stuff, and they used to weaponize the blood pressure to me. Or to us, you're gonna make my blood pressure go high. Yeah, it's like whatever we're doing. You know, I'm watching the TV. You're gonna make my blood pressure go high. I'm playing around in the front room. You're gonna make my blood pressure rise. So every minute it's blood pressure, innit? Like, big man, it's not my fault. You get what I'm saying? It's not my fault.
But I think you maybe eat more seafood over there, maybe more fish. I don't know.
We eat enough fish, but we eat a lot of meat though, and scavenger food as well. To be fair,
what's scavenger
when you
food?
Look at like cow foot. That's scavenger food. Oxtail is that as well, to be fair.
And you have pig feet, innit?
Yeah.
Or pig's tail, sorry.
Pig's tail.
Yeah, so we don't have that.
You don't eat none of them type of things?
No, you might have a young oxtail, yeah. But cow foot, yeah, we bang cow foot. And shaki. Shaki is tripe.
Okay.
So that's like lining of the stomach. Like, that bangs though, I can't lie.
Let's see cow foot.
But I look to be like,
Yeah, that's a bit techie still.
Well, you think so?
No, but you know, I'm not going to sit here and do the moral high ground thing, because I was eating cow foot and I was loving it. And you know what? And look, I'm still not even going to do that. I don't eat cow foot, but I'm not going to sit here and make anyone feel any less for eating cow foot. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
No, but ain't cow foot mad when you look at it sometimes it's got hair on it?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, bro.
Exactly.
Like, you've put the cow foot in the bowl, you're about to eat it and you look.
And there's hair on it.
And there's hair on this, like.
And it's rough, you know,
bro.
All that bit there's rough.
And you're looking at it like, do I ignore this?
Big man. Do you know what? I did ignore it. No, I did ignore. Do you know? I didn't.
Do you know what's wilder? That you've ignored the cow foot hair, but you can't ignore mold in the bread.
Yeah, and I can tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. You see the cow foot thing.
Yeah.
That was conditioning. I just ate that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Like, I thought that everyone ate it. I thought that was a thing that we all universally did.
The whole world.
Until like one time I used to say to people, like if someone said to me, what did you eat? Because we used to yam it on Christmas as well. So like I wouldn't even eat the turkey, I'd eat the cow foot.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. So when people say to me, like, well, what was Christmas dinner saying or whatever, I say, yeah, it was wicked, mum. Like, my granny just cooked up a mean cow foot or whatever. People just say cow foot. And I used to say what? Like, I thought that they were mad that they didn't have that.
Yeah.
Until like one day I just got a tad bit older and I thought,
it's mad.
It's a bit mad. Yeah. The mold thing now, I didn't know that bread turned colour. So like, my mum used to make me sandwiches and that, and then I used to like just put the sandwiches in my bag and just play football, and I used to just take someone else's lunch because I know I feel so bad about. Every time I talk about this, I feel so bad because I used to see him. We was cool. We was in the same classes and that, but then his lunchbox was always lit. So I used to just like open up his lunchbox and basically say, yeah, I'm going to take the chocolate. I'll take the chocolate and I'll take the crisps or whatever. Then I'll just give him my raisins or whatever it was that I had, yeah.
What, and he was happy with that deal?
He was happy with it.
What?
He was happy with it. But it was only until one day I left like a couple of sandwiches in my bag. My bag was Rambo. I'm not going to lie, I was scatty. So I had a couple of sandwiches in my bag or whatnot. I've come home from school. My mum said to me, you see them sandwiches that I make you? What do you do with them? I said, I eat them. She said, go upstairs and clean your bag out now. Bro, I went upstairs. My anxiety's gone through the roof now because I'm thinking, what the fuck's in my bag? I've like tipped my bag, yeah. There was 2 sandwiches that dropped out of my bag, yeah. And they was green and black. And it changed my life. Because I never knew that would happen. I never knew that could happen. And from that point on, that's where the phobia was born.
I've never been a sandwich man ever in my life.
You didn't have sandwiches for school?
Never had a in my life. I just can't. For me, if you give me sandwiches, it's just not a meal to me. It's like I just feel like it's just. If you give me sandwiches, I just like I've not eaten today.
So what did you get at school then?
School dinner.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't do packed lunch. So like I used to go in and I would have. We'll talk about this the other day actually. Like cake and custard was like one of the greatest things ever made, bro. Like there were times in school where if you fought rich, you would just get 2 cake and custards for lunch.
Yeah, I hear that.
You're not even getting like a meal. You're just you know what?
I'm getting that.
Then you have your tray, you have 2 cake and custards on that tray and you just be eating it. Bro, the custard, I don't know who made it. It was like in the cauldron thing. Remember
yeah, exactly.
The
and then dip it out with the big
spoon.
Yeah.
And it's shaped like that.
Yeah.
Bro, and sometimes she'll just...
Yeah.
And you're like, Miss, can I have a little bit more? And then if they liked you, they'll nice you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, school was... But yeah, I could never eat a sandwich.
What ends did you grow up in?
It's weird. I grew up in East, but I went to school in Lewisham.
How? Wow.
I know. Everyone said the same thing to me, bro. I don't know. The catchment area was mad. The catchment area of my school, was unique. Bare man from East went to my school. Man from Stratford. Remember, I don't know if you... there's a bus called the 108.
No, I know that. Not for me.
It will start in Stratford and end in Lewisham. So the first stop was Stratford bus depot. The last stop was Lewisham. So man would jump on Stratford, bro, from East to go to school in Lewisham, bro.
What time you had to get on the bus then?
Yeah, I used to live like near Blackwall Tunnel, so it would take me like half an hour from there.
Oh, so they're not too bad. That's mad though.
So from Stratford, it might take you maybe like 50 minutes, 45 minutes.
And there weren't no beef? Like between East and...
Nah, East and South didn't have beef like that still. No, we didn't have beef like that.
Okay.
But it's weird though, when all the East men would be like, right, you're mad to go to school in South, them man are wild. Then when I'll be in South, the South men are saying the same thing, right, East men are wild. I'm like, okay. Nothing, man.
Yeah. Them, I mean, obviously, them times as well, like, social media wasn't as social media in. So you weren't really seeing too much. You were just hearing about it.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, when you just hear about something, it just becomes bigger than what it actually is. Which is mad, actually, because sometimes that's where problems can lay, because it's like, no one's really even on anything like that. But you just hear that it's mad, and then you go to a different ends with a certain aura, and then you get into a problem, and then one thing starts, then the next thing, and then the next thing, and then someone dies, and then that's it now.
But even in them days, people used to mix a lot more. Like people used to like, you have a man from like Newham, just in Tower Hamlets, and vice versa. So it used to help because I might be in Stratford one day, see a couple of man, and then I'm like, oh, what's good? Because they know me from, I don't know, a youth club that we go to or a football team we play for. Whereas now I feel like it's different because a lot of men are just concentrated and stay within their bits.
Yeah.
So because when you stay in the area, once you see someone from another area, it's like, who's that? Whereas...
Looks like you're like an alien.
Yeah. So
you're like an alien. You're just walking through the ends and that. Like.
Because there was trouble back in the day, but it was more like, in my school, for example, it was Woolwich youths that had issues with ghetto youths. So that was the main thing. And then Peckham and Ghetto had a problem at one point in time. But that was it. It wasn't like mad passer. It was like, and if you were involved, you were involved.
Yeah.
If you weren't involved, then you weren't involved. You know what I'm saying? Like you might get caught in a crossfire a few times. Like maybe like you might get a young, let me chat to you.
Yeah.
You know the ones on the bus when the man put his arm around you. What's going on, brother? You're,
Yeah.
or a man will pat people's pockets down or take a phone. But it wasn't like a, It was just, you could see it coming. If you were smart enough,
Yeah, definitely.
you could see them, you could
The
look on the
energy
bus.
always shifts, innit? You could just feel it.
Yeah.
You could just feel it. We never, bruv, I never had any of that shit, bro. But,
Serious?
Yeah, nah. My area was predominantly white. So my struggles was different. Mine was real life racism, bro.
What area was that?
Norfolk. I went to school in Norfolk.
Oh.
And that was coming out of like, now it's not like that. Now it's flipping, it's, you know, it's funny,
Right
yeah.
now.
I shouldn't even, I'm not laughing, but like now, what's happened is there are people that originally lived in like maybe south or east or whatever have moved to these areas now.
Oh, yeah.
So they've now turned these areas into some fucking next wild west shit, bruv. Like I used to go to Rayners Lane. I used to go to an under 18s in Rayners Lane. Rayners Lane was the fucking suburbs. Like even when we went to Rayners Lane, it was like, oh, this is weird. It's like you're in this area and it's like the suburbs. You see, right now,
It's a magic.
Rayners Lane is I couldn't believe it when I heard, what was it, one of my cousins say, yeah, bruv, fucking, it was one of them man from RL. I said, what's RL? He said, Rayners Lane. I said, fuck off. What are you talking about? He's like, no, bro, like, seriously, like, up there is mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, what, you lot calling it RL now?
Yeah.
They're calling Norfolk the N. I'm like, nah, bro.
Brother,
This is blowing my mind.
These kids nowadays is just, they're proper, bro, they remix everything. It's weird though, that's what I'm saying. Growing up, they were just, their gangs that were the gangs were the gangs.
Yeah.
Now it's like, there's so many it's like R&B. Back in the day, R&B was just R&B.
Yes.
Now it's trap R&B.
Yeah, exactly.
This R&B.
Soul R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's what it is with gangs. It's like they've all got like these little subgenres of like gangs. You're like areas that were like a no man's land before that anyone could walk in and be cool. And now a problem now. It's weird, bro.
Hayes is the next ends. Hayes is like they're going on mad over there. But the areas have just completely changed.
Hayes?
Like, yeah, Hayes, bro, is serious.
But I went there for a house party once and it was the worst mistake of my life, bro. My brethren phoned me and was like, yo, it's a house party. And there's a girl he liked in it. So she's like, yo, it's a uni house. Obviously, like, she told him to come over, like, come down. A couple of brethren are nice. I'm like, cool, no drama. So these days, man wasn't driving. So,
Right, yeah, of
and I
course.
live in East. So to get to Hayes, bro, was like, what is it, last stop on the Metropolitan line or some shit? Or like,
Yeah, it's so Hayes, I'm not even sure what line
no,
that's
but
on.
it's kind of near Uxbridge, isn't it?
It's near Uxbridge, yeah.
So I
yeah,
think
yeah.
we went to Uxbridge
You gotta get the 207 if you
and we
catch
got a bus. Oh my God,
207,
bro.
you got the 207.
So man's got a bus now to the yard, got to the yard now, got into the yard, bare man.
Oh my,
Oh
I hate that.
my
I hate
God,
that.
bruv.
I hate that.
Bare man. I remember we were hoping on like staying.
Oh, the
Because
night.
The night, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hoping things go well,
Right.
like a crash and whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, no word of a lie. It's 3 a.m. I can't get bus back on train. And I'm just on the couch chilling and it's just bare man, bro. So I've had to kind of just like, you know, you get to the night where like people start to like fizzle out.
Yeah.
But a couple man try and stay to see if,
Yeah.
you know, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone's hoping
Everyone's on the same thing.
The same thing.
Yeah,
It's
everyone's
like,
on the same thing.
I'm hoping you man leave.
Yeah.
So it's better for us. You're hoping we leave. It's better,
yeah.
but no one's leaving.
Right.
But enough people have left. But it's just bare man. So I just ended up sleeping on the couch, bro. I was fuming, bro.
So what happened to the Abaddons? They slept there as well.
But bare man slept there. Man was sleeping on the floor in the living room. Man was wherever you could get a space to sleep. Man was
Every man
holding,
saying,
you know what I'm
listen,
saying?
I don't know what's happening, but if I ain't getting the pussy, no one's getting it.
Brother.
I'm staying.
So from then, I don't do house parties like that, bro. It was too far.
That is fucking. I remember the time that happened to me was Crystal Palace, bro, and that was so far for me. So I remember I'm West London. I'm Ealing.
Yeah, Eden's fast.
Like, yo, Crystal Palace is so far because Brixton is not far, but it's like it feels like to get to Brixton from where I am is a journey
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Especially as a youth man. And then on top of from Brixton, that extra 20 minutes or whatever to Crystal Palace. That is so long, bro.
Yeah.
Gone there now, same thing, house party, whatnot now. But I'm thinking, like me and my brothers thinking we're stepping into a place where it's just big, yeah. Big man, we've gone there. It was all man. It was all man, barring her, a couple of her brethren. It was just bare man. And now we're stuck.
But when you go to when that girl says to you, my birthday party, come to my birthday party, you need to question her immediately.
To bits.
So who do you know? Because, but she will invite two warring sides and just be like, what do you mean? You need to do your due diligence. You just invited Hackney and Tottenham, for example. You just invited, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, they would just invite whoever and just be like, yeah,
they're the worst for it, bro, because they're just my friend. It's just my friend. It's just my friend.
And then when man fighting, you're calling, Darren, you're not like this.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean, Darren? Exactly. No one even know who's Darren.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're not like this.
Younger Smoke. Oh, Darren, you're not like this.
Yeah.
Who's Darren?
Man's called Kilimanjaro, you know, so call him Darren. Yeah, that's it. I remember there was a brother called, that same thing as well, actually, who is in fucking, I'm not even going to say the ends, because the name I'm about to say is kind of like obvious, but if I say the name, then it will narrow it down to a particular don. I'm not doing that. But I remember it was the same thing, gone to a house party or whatnot now, bare different man there. And there was a brother there called Gasman. And we know about Gasman. And Gasman, yeah, I swear, every time we used to see Gasman, his mouth used to be like so scrunched up, bro. Like he's not on talking. Anytime this guy talked, his breath smelled horrible, bro. Because he doesn't open his mouth, bro. You just know he's on hella smoke. You used to see him outside, bare under 18s and that. Anyway, we've gone to a fucking one girl's yard. Gasman's there, yeah. What? Gasman's obviously on smoke. He's waiting for a situation to happen in it, yeah. Gasman starts fucking being Gasman in it, trying to fight man or whatever. The girl's there in the background. Tyrone! I'm like, who the fuck is Tyrone? Oh, it's Gasman. What the fuck? Like, you don't even know. You don't know this don.
Bro, girls give out your government quick.
Yeah, Elliot. You're looking around like, who the fuck's Elliot? Oh, what? Him? Knife man.
You're not like this. Stop it. You're not like this.
Yeah,
you're better than this. Do you know who this brother is? What do you mean you're better than this? This is the fourth time he's done it this week. Man,
yeah,
you're better than this, bro.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like they can be quite naive when it comes to stuff like that. But to be fair to them, enough times they're just seeing a completely different side to man.
Yeah.
Like we're not. When certain men are on smoke, they're not necessarily like showing that. They're just doing the nice guy thing and doing the sweet boy thing or whatever. Yeah. Especially if you ain't been around the don in his natural environment.
Yeah, his habitat.
If he's just pulled up in his whip, whatever, or he's just come to check you or whatnot, more time he's just humbled up. He's just trying to get a thing, or he's just trying to just get acquainted and just vibes with you, innit? But you'll see what somebody's really on when you go to their estate, or if you just see the dons that they're with, or there's like a certain situation that's happened. Do you get what I'm saying? But enough times they don't see that. So I understand it. But you know what? If you are going to have a house party though, you would like to think that, like, would you not, I'm going to invite this one from this ends and this one from that ends, and it is a lot of man. Even if I'm having a house party and there's a lot, and I'm about to invite a whole bunch of gal, even then it's like, I mean, maybe it's a bit different, isn't it?
But remember, we understand the politics, that's why. So because we've grown up within the politics, we understand it, whereas, as you said, some girls don't grow up in the politics. They just know, I know you from this area and I'm cool with you. I know you from this area because I'm cool with you.
And you're nice to me.
And there's no problem. I don't know what you lot get up to. I'm having a house party, you lot come down. Whereas these men are like, when they see each other, it's a problem. Or even sometimes, even just the variable of having too many different men in your yard from different areas.
Yeah.
We would already think that, like, that doesn't make no sense. Whereas to someone else, it's just like, it's just people in a party.
Yeah.
Because when you go clubbing, that's the same thing. Technically, when a club opens, it's people from all different areas coming to the club.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You got the same mentality, but it's just like, but yeah, a lot of people haven't got the same that foresight.
Yeah, I guess as well. More time, like there's that as well. But I think like, for me, I know there's certain man that like, they're like super cool with me. Yeah. And I have a great relationship with them. Yeah. But I also know, you know what? I'm probably not going to invite you to this.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who's going to be there or whatever. And I'm not going to put you in certain situations. I've got friends like that, innit? Like, and so I'm always thinking about that. Like, no, he's actually cool in a certain environment or around certain people. But I'm having something here and I'm bringing these lot. And I just, you know, like sometimes you could get two of the same type of people. And it's like, if you actually took a moment to just talk to each other, you would get on so well. But because of your PTSD, you're gonna come in the thing and that, and you got your back up immediately, and he looks like he's on what you're on. So now already it's a thing, and it doesn't need to be nothing. It could just be all love, you know. Just a yo, brother. Well, go on. What you saying? You good?
I know, but who's doing that first?
No one's doing that.
Exactly, that's the thing.
No one's
I
doing
think we
that.
were even talking about that. I think I went to is it Danky Sounds yesterday?
Yeah.
So me and my brethren are walking to Danky Sounds from
Thank you
O2.
for people that's not in the country or whatever. It's a dance.
Yeah, it's a dance.
Really?
Yeah. It's like an amapiano dance. So we're walking to the dance now, and then there's some black brothers across the road, and they're just staring at man, like screaming, man. So my brethren said to me, like, when is this gonna stop, bro? Like, as in, like, why man have seen man, and it's just giving man the evils immediately. Like, there's not even like we've looked at you to say what. It's just we're walking, we've caught each other's eye line, and next minute is. And I was looking, I don't know, we were talking about it, and I was like, bro, when you think about it, it's just a learned behaviour.
Yeah, definitely.
Because when we were growing up, like, you had to be about your wits. As in, if you saw another group of black brothers, they might have been from a rival school. They might want to take your phone. They might not, but the chances are, I'm not chancing the bad over the good. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to let man know it ain't happening over here. So I'm just going to look at you in a way already, hopefully to deter you and let you know I'm not on it. I mean, I'm on whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So as you grow older, you just keep it going. You don't even realise you're doing it, because when you see a white brother as a black guy, you're not going to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
If you see an Asian guy, you're not going to do that. But why is it that the moment you see a black brother, it's...
Yeah. Well, we've almost conditioned ourselves to see us as danger. We look at us as red.
Yeah.
We look at everyone else as amber and green.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's in so many. That's not even just on the streets. That's in the field of, like, in industries. Sometimes we'll think, you know what? There's this thing within our mind where it's like, nah, man, I don't trust you to fucking handle my contracts or be my manager or whatever.
Still.
But you see this done, like that. Look, okay, if we're gonna be transparent, yeah, there was this thing about having a Jewish manager. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you had two people in a room, one black, one white, and one being a Jewish as well, people were gravitating to that because they just instantly thought this is green. The black guy is red. That's danger. Like, he don't know the business. Automatically, we just think that, and it's the same even like on the street and that. It's like, like my man, like more time. There's no problems there, but you see this lot, yeah. I don't know what you're on, innit? So I got my eye on you. It's a conditioning, bro.
It's mad, isn't it? And that's what I'm saying. I feel like for guys, it's just a learned behaviour that just to stay safe. It's just you just learn it.
Yeah.
But it's negative because it's like we've never actually spoken about and addressed it, because you get to an age where you might not do it as much anymore. Like there's times when I might be walking, see a black brother, and I'm not screwing. I might even smile sometimes, but then he might screw, and you're like, I'm not smiling again.
Yeah.
Nah, I take my kind for weakness. What, man? You think I'm a dickhead? Like, so now
there's a problem.
I've got my backup now. So I'm like, the next person I see, I'm not gonna do it. It's weird, bro. Like,
I just do it though, you know. See me.
but the smart thing.
Yeah, I smile. Like sometimes smile at man or whatever, and then like sometimes they'll just nod back, and then there's other times when a man's just looked at me blank.
No, but to tell the truth, if you nodded at a man and he blanks you, but the rage.
I know, like,
but you know, you just.
Yeah. But yeah, I hear that. Do you know what? At first though, bro, hear this, yeah.
Nah. But that one, but that and open the door for someone holding the door, and they walk and they don't say nothing.
Yeah. But it feels worse. See, if we're being honest, it feels worse when it's a black brother that does that. Because you're like, you open up the door for my man, and he's like, you're not what, like brother. I open up the door for man. When it's someone else, it's like it still feels like a violation, but you take it different, and that goes into that conditioning that we have, bro. Honestly, it's nuts. You see, when you were saying about the like saying to someone, like nodding at them, and they just give you that blank stare, and that, at first that used to irritate me, but you know what? So see, when I do that now, yeah, and they just do that, in my mind, I'm like, I understand, I get it, innit? Like, you are so deep in your thoughts, yeah, and so deep in this, whatever you think that it is, this is bigger than me. This is not even about me. This is about some other shit that you've got going on, and it's cool. It's fine. It's not going to stop me from doing that to the next brother.
Yeah, that's...
You're like, fuck that.
Nah, do you know what it is? Like, it depends, because it's weird, because of the space I'm in as well, like the pod, like events, Insta, like, you know, like, it's a weird space now. You're in the same space where someone will see you and you're like, all right, I don't want to do the whole big man thing as in like you recognize me, but I think you know me from somewhere. All right, are you screwing me? I don't think you are screwing me. I think you want to say hello, but you're not saying hello properly because you're kind of standoffish, but...
Because you don't want to be a dickhead. You know what it is? They don't want to be a dickhead by saying, right, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah, but just be blessed with it though, because remember, you're forgetting what we've just spoken about. I don't know why you're looking at me now. Yeah. So I'm saying, is it an issue or is it not an issue? But then because of where we are, you kind of have to view everyone like, they might probably know, man, they might probably listen to the pod, or they might be see me somewhere, or all right, cool. So it's a weird one.
Let me ask you this. You don't have problems with anyone like that you know of, do you?
No.
So really, ultimately, if someone is looking at you, whether it is from the fact that they might recognize you or they might have a problem, ultimately it shouldn't even really change the way that you are, because you don't have a problem.
I hear you.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, if you're looking at me because you have a problem, you have the problem. I don't have the problem. So I'm just going to keep doing my thing.
All it takes is for one man to just slap man though. And it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
That's all it is. I hear that. Brother just say, you know, I don't even like your pod, you know, pow. And I've been slapped now.
But then you handled that accordingly at the time that happens. But that doesn't happen.
No, I'm joking, but I'm just saying, but like, if it was to happen, you'll be caught with your mouth open. You know, like when you're not prepared at all, because you're thinking, this could never happen. The next minute, pow.
That just slaps you.
Yeah, you're thinking, what?
In front of Gallagher. Hey, I seen a man pull a man's trousers down in front of an audience on a real...
embarrassment.
Yeah. Bro, the man, you know, he slapped him. He slapped him a few times, pulled the hoodie over, did that. Yeah, pulled the hoodie over his face now, and just pulled his trousers down, took his boxers off.
What?
Yeah. Do
you know what I've noticed about certain man, yeah? When they used to do stuff to man, they used to take it too far. Yeah. Strip naked. Take your clothes off. Strip naked.
Star jump.
Burpees. Do burpees now. No, man's ball bags are just swinging on the block.
Bro,
allow it,
you see that? It's all right. It's one thing you are pulling down the pants and that. Obviously, I'm not trying to do that. But the star jumps now, you're trying to make me look like a fucking weasel.
But why are you stripping man naked?
Man's soft.
Man's a flaccid.
Man's soft. And he's hitting the belly button and back down again. No, man, it's what, in front of a group of man. Yeah. And that happened a lot. Especially when it was, when camera phones was first a thing. What? Happy slaps, man getting put in the bath, all kinds of stuff. Bro, it was horrid outside.
Bro.
But the strip naked and doing the star jumps thing, it's like, who comes up with this shit? Like, who comes up with this?
But I remember one time when I was in school, and then we had beef with another school. And then one of my brethren in school was like, yo, after school, let's go down to them man's school, whatever. Let's try and kidnap one of them brothers, whatever.
Oh my God, bro.
So, like, as a kid, you know, like you're a kid, you're kind of playing along with it because it's like, it's still cool to be into that bad boy thing. One of the brothers has gone, yeah, come and kidnap man and like stick a snooker key up his bum.
Oh my God. But people start looking at him like, yo, yeah, you're going too far now, brother.
I looked at man, I said, 3:30, I'm getting the 108 and I'm going back to East.
Yeah.
I'm not involved in this. Brother, and that's what I'm saying, films, and I don't know what film you saw that made you believe that was the move.
Yeah.
That it's very important to like, what people watch because it influences people. A snooker cue up your cheeks.
Yeah, that's not
part of the game. All I want to do is go there and rush a man. That's all. Exactly. Just step on man's head a bit, like a few kicks, and then run off. Snooker cue, brother. No.
Do you know what? And let me tell you something now. You see that Don? That Don would have been prepared to do anything. He's saying that now, but I guarantee you go down there, you kidnap the brother and whatnot, and you do that. And then someone in the background says, you know what? Pipe him. Watch how quick he's ready to do it. Watch how quick he's ready to do it.
And you're there, you've seen it.
Yeah, what? Pipe him? All right, say nothing, my chargy. now we've gone to a whole different place.
realm, bro.
And that happens. I mean, well, it used to happen in jail, isn't it? Not in this country, but in certain countries and whatever. They're saying, I'm going off on a little tangent now, but yeah, I was watching a documentary about that, about like prison stuff.
Serious?
Yeah, and the man was saying now that it doesn't happen as much anymore because of like how much people are like just down anyway. Like enough men are just down. And you know, like now we're living in the time where obviously you've got like, you know, people that have all these different types of sexual orientations and flavors and vibes and whatever. People are owning it a little bit more. So they're just going to jail and it's like, you know what?
It's taboo now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Man are probably just closing their eyes and just saying, you know what? You're a woman now.
But I remember America. Man said, Monica?
I was thinking you can somebody down though.
You can still, no, of course. But yeah, that's true.
No, but I think.
But you know what? Go on.
I think what Chuckie's trying to say is that, like, more than likely, man is going to be on it.
Yeah,
like,
you can get neck in jail now. Like, it's not a madness.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What?
You could though. You could.
No, this is why I'm doing no form of crime.
I'm not on it.
I'm nowhere. But listen, I am nowhere near that place.
Yeah, trust me.
bro. Listen, man, if you gunner it, bro.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. It was him.
Hey,
Jeffrey.
listen, you have to gunner it still. But I think America is different to the UK. For example, in the UK, even if you murder someone, you'll get like maybe 25 to 30.
Where? In where?
Now, for example, in the UK, if you murder someone, you'll get like 25, 30 years. And if you've been in there for 15 years, good behavior, you might be out in 18 years, 20 years maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
America, you do a murder, the judge is saying 150 years concurrently with another sentence for a firearm of 7 years.
Yeah.
With the next minute, 304 years.
Yeah, they're telling you everything.
There's no parole. So
Life without the possibility of parole.
Bro.
You get that.
There's bare man in jail in America, 205 years, 108 years. Brother, do you think I'm Hercules? Like I'm gonna live to this year? Nah.
Life without the possibility of parole is a madness. Like in this country, we've got what is called a whole life sentence, and they don't give them out that often.
Nah, it's got to be like a crazy.
It's got to be.
crime.
See, like my man who was the police officer who raped that woman.
Oh, the Sarah Everett one.
Yeah, he's got a whole life sentence.
Yeah.
But like they don't just give them out like that. More time they'll just say 25 to life or whatever, and like as you said, it's kind of like 18 years. You start hearing people coming out of jail after 18 years, and then the family's obviously still upset because it's still like 18 years ain't that long.
Yeah.
But in America, it's like, yo, if you're getting life without the people are fighting to just get parole. I've got life and I'm doing all of this time, but at least give me parole, because parole gives them some form of hope. Do you get what I'm saying? Or like at least maybe something might change. But life without the possibility of parole.
Mad. I remember, America, their system, prison system is an actual business.
Yes.
It's a workforce. So the more people in jail, the more money they make. And if I've got you in jail for your life, and remember, like they make like car licenses, they do like bare stuff. They work some companies. I can't remember which companies, but they pay the government or the workforce to do it, bro.
Say that again.
So, for example, like if you're like, I don't know, I was going. Imagine there's a clothing company, or like, imagine, I'm not saying Nike do it, but Nike might say, we need people to do work, whatever. The prison system might be like, all right, cool, we will do it for you. We got a workforce.
Okay.
So they will do stuff, but remember, they don't have to pay them nothing.
Right.
They can pay them like what, $1 an hour. Or
Yeah,
they
yeah.
Pay them $1. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can't complain because there is that in terms of in American prisons, they make money off of that.
They make it's been a business for a long time, and even when you look at the history of like prisons anyway, like you know the jail Rikers Island, that was a slave plantation originally. Yeah, that was a slave plantation. Brother, I see some people saying that, talking about Valentine's. Yo, if the Beyonce tickets ain't there, forget about me. I've seen that a lot. If you ain't getting her Beyonce tickets, she's not trying to know nothing.
Beyonce's power is different, bro.
To bits.
Like but like
Two
different-
bags as well. Some of them.
Different
tickets.
power, bro.
Some of them tickets are 2 bags. Don't play with that.
That's the resale. The resale.
No, bro. There was 2 bags on the thing.
No, impossible.
I'm gonna show you now.
Impossible. It's impossible.
I'm gonna show you now.
Beyonce's nice, but where are you on the stage? You're on the stage with her.
I think it might be though. I think there's like all these different tickets that you
Nah,
can
you're on
buy.
the stage with her dancing, bro. You're wearing it out. You got the boots. Man said you're on the stage. Hey, 2 bags. Do you see me? Yeah, I love.
Can I take a screenshot of it?
I think I've been to like in my whole life. I've been to, I don't know. I must have been to about 80 concerts, maybe even more.
I've been to so many.
Like, do you know the maddest thing is? My mom took me to Michael Jackson, bro. Like,
Oh, so say my mom took me to Michael Jackson as well. Wembley.
Wembley.
Yeah,
Come on.
mad. That's crazy.
But I was so young, I didn't remember it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I remember there's little flashbacks that come
Same.
back to me. But I'm like, and even that wasn't a 2-bag concert in those days. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't get how people spend this money. Like, I'm not saying I don't rate Beyonce. Cool. Yeah, she's amazing. Like, she broke the Grammy record the other day. Cool.
Yeah.
But I just don't get the stardom.
No,
or
her
the-
thing
the-
is mad though.
I don't
And I
get
think
it,
as
bro.
well, her level of performance is different class, isn't it? It's different class. And I'm
Two
I-
bags, but it's 2
Nah,
bags
I'm not
worth
spending 2
though.
bags. Look, there's tickets there for once, whatever. But I think 180. But I genuinely on AXS, I saw tickets for 2 bags, bro.
I think that's reselling though. I think,
It weren't. I promise you. You
I'm
know
sure-
what? In
I'm sure
fact,
AXS
you see,
can
you see,
resell.
Mimi bought tickets. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna show you. She reposted something. I want to see if I can find it now. She tweets a lot though, so it might be a bit different. But I was actually gonna bring up something else on
he's
top
not
of that.
lying. I'm seeing a rack here, bro, for 1 ticket. Right here.
Where's that? And that's for there. Yeah.
That's a rack.
Let me go and see. Let me go and see if I can find her thing.
Wait, that's not a rack.
But you know what? This has not even got nothing to do with Valentine's to be fair, yeah. And I can't even remember how we actually got here, but I was talking to someone on the phone. and I think it was somehow we got to this stage where it was like, oh, you know, I want to see you in a relationship or whatever. Like, it's gonna happen, yeah, for me. Yeah, I want to see you in a relationship, whatever. And then I said the same thing to her. Yeah, I want to see you in a relationship, whatever. And then I remember her saying something. Sorry if I'm saying this wrong, by the way. But I remember her just basically just talking about like, you know what, like just the talking stage and it's so long and this, that, and the fourth and whatever. What are you looking at here? 4 bags. See it there? 4. That's 5 bags. B section. Where is that? That's actually on the stage though.
Bro, on the stage.
Yeah, I think that's on the stage.
4 bags.
Yeah. Put that on the screen.
No,
5 bags.
5 bags. 5 bags. Put that on the screen.
It's recording here, it's there. Don't worry.
5 bags.
I'm just saying that.
No,
for
but where's
the
this-
part- for it to be on the screen, not for you to be fucking going around and go on. Sorry.
That's on the stage.
Yeah, I
Beehive
think
is here,
yeah. So it's
bro.
around there. The hive,
You see-
right
you
there.
see here? Stage is there, and this is the beehive. This is 5 racks, bro.
5 racks,
Yeah, no, man.
right there. You know. But that's a lot of peas. But you know what? You know what? It's an experience, isn't it? I guess if you.
Nah, I'm right still.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it?
5
Could you pay
bags.
5 racks for anyone?
Nah.
I don't know.
I don't think I'd even pay 5 racks for a Michael Jackson concert.
What if he came back alive now?
Yeah. If he came back to and he was like in prime shape, like as in like he can do it, like
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
5 bags.
Maybe I would.
What, and then he died again.
Oh,
If he did it and he died again, I would. If he came back alive, was doing a thing, and then he died again, I think I would do it still. I think I'll do it still. Do you know what? I'd end up being the fucking dickhead who doesn't buy the ticket straight away, and then like I end up buying it at the last minute or end up spending even more money.
Yeah,
get held.
that's me in general, but I'm not paying 5 bags. Just
a lot.
the thing is with me, I'm not easily impressed by stuff. Like I'd rather that 5 bags. I'd rather go to America and spend
Yeah, I
5
hear that.
bags
On the
on
whole
a holiday.
experience.
Like yes,
ATL.
that I will enjoy myself. As in like, I'd rather do that, or buy something that I can say, you know what, I can look at it and be like, 5 bags makes sense. That, no.
Her thing is cold though, but I don't know about that. But anyway, going back to what I was saying. So anyway, now we was talking about that, like relationship, whatever. She was talking about talking stage too long, whatever. And you hear a lot of people say that anyway, like bare people, yeah, be out here just talking stages for 5 years and shit.
Oh yeah, I can't stand
They're
it.
just out here just talking for just years, yeah. And I was like, you know what? Maybe what needs to happen is, maybe we need to go back to how it was back in the day, but without the fuckery. And what I mean by that is,
Well, back in the day, what do you mean? Like what year?
So
roughly?
like, let's go back to like, let's say like the 50s, right? Everyone was basically married.
Yeah.
But when I say without the fuckery, I mean without the abuse. Because let's be clear, in them times there, bare abuse, bare stress and strife, bare unhappy families and whatever. Just that was just what you did though, innit? And you just stuck with it, innit? Like if our grandparents was alive today or whatever and they was manoeuvring around today, Granny would have left Granddad a long time, you know. Granddad would have got left, but Granddad would have been outside. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Granddad would have been outside shopping. My gran might have been outside taking secret pipe. I'm sorry. That might have just been the case. Look, that's it, innit? That's it, innit? But they're not here anymore, so that's not the case. And obviously they're not young. But I was like, oh, you know what? At least then, see, like,
it was intention back then.
It was all intention. Yeah. And then I thought, you know what? Maybe, imagine we lived at a time where, you see, like, if I just met a girl and I was like, say, like, we met on Instagram, like, we just talked on Instagram, whatever. Then we spoke on the phone now. Then after the phone conversation, we was talking on the phone for time, whatever. There was like, you know what? Yeah, you're my girl now. Like, we're just doing it now. Like, we're just starting from now, this day.
Yeah.
Like, what would that look like? If that was what we had to do? You know what? I'm speaking to some, like, at least then, you see the talking stage, If it doesn't work out, at least you could turn around and say that person was your gal. Because you know what? People are doing bare talking stage and did nothing to show for it.
But the thing is, you know, is with society now, we're spoiled now, bro. Because it's like, if I say to you today, yo, I've got a couple hoodies to sell, what are you saying? You're going to say
hoodies.
Hoodies. You're going to say, what colours you got, bro? If I say, I've got black and red, it's a very easy choice. I've got black and red. If I say to you, I've got black, red, lilac, turquoise, orange, but brother, after a while, you're going to be there, sitting there, looking at all these jumpers. You're going to be like, I like this one, you know, but I like the orange one too. And the I'm stuck, you know. The choice nowadays has just messed up everyone, bro. Because
us, isn't it?
Back in the day, you would have maybe seen a girl and been like, yeah, you're cool, man. But now, in your mind, it's kind of like gambling. Like, you gamble and you're like, all right, cash out bet. You're looking at the game, you're like, I could win 8 bags. If I cash out now, I can do 4.
Yeah.
I could win these 8 bags, you know?
Yeah.
Your hand's on the button. I could win these 8 bags, you know? By the end of the game, Harry Kane scores.
Yeah.
No P.
Class.
You're finished. You're pissed. You're like, I'm going to bet on the next game. Do the same for the next game. You still ain't learned. Then maybe you're going to cash out in 5 games time, but £200.
Yeah.
And you've lost out on how much?
Yeah.
Or you might have the game where you win 16 bags and you're up.
Right.
And everything else was worth it. That's how the dating scene is right now, bro.
The dating scene's fucked.
It's fucked. But we're all a part of it. So the funny thing, everyone saying it's fucked plays their part in this scene. Because remember, everyone's going on like they're exempt.
From the fuckery.
As in like, remember everyone says, the date is, dating that's fucked, you know. I can't even.
Yeah, you're the one fucking
You're in it, bro.
Yeah, you're in it. Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? You've ghosted someone. You've probably ghosted someone.
Oh my God.
You've probably lied to someone. You've probably cheated someone.
Ghosting right now is like, it's probably the main prominent thing that's happening in life. Ghosting is huge, bro. I'll be honest with you, I've had a nice slice of it before. I've done it, bro. I've done it. And I'm not even being proud of that. Like, I've definitely not even been proud of that. But I've done it, bro.
But sometimes ghosting, I feel like ghosting sometimes is polite.
What's that?
Sometimes ghosting is polite. Because it's like, it's either I tell you you're a cunt, or I just, you know what, forget it, we'll just leave it. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I think to be fair, I'm not even trying to be that guy, innit? But to be fair, you know what? Pick up the phone and just say, this ain't for me.
No,
they're going to be upset about it. That's a one conversation thing. It saves all of the calls and texts.
Do you know what it is? I feel like it depends on I feel like it depends on the time you ghost. For example, if you just go on a date, one date, for example, no, not even a date. If you're just talking, it just fizzles out. That's what I'm talking about, more like that, as in like, yeah, it ain't for me. I'm not talking about building someone up to like them think it's something.
Right.
Then you just pull the rug and just disappear and go MIA. Nah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just, because you know sometimes it can be mutual where you're like, you start talking and then you feel the vibe that it's like, it's not that, you know? We're not like in that space where, because sometimes, you know, it's when you're speaking to someone for the first time, you're supposed to be happy. You see the beep, beep, you're smiling, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're responding fast.
Quick,
like, the sense of humour's on the same wavelength. But sometimes you're like, you might crack a joke and they don't get it. And you're like, why do you not get this joke, bro?
Yeah.
Then you have to explain it.
So
then by the time you explain it, you're like, this is long, man. But then you might do the same thing for me, where like I might say something, you're like, I don't like this guy. It's fine. This is human. We should be able to like not like someone, and it's fine. I shouldn't have to explain to. Remember, if I tell you, Chuck, I don't like you. Imagine like the first time we met, we're cool. Then I pull you aside and say, Chuck, let me talk to you for a minute. I don't like you, bro. I just don't like you. I just thought I'd let you know that like the way you go on, I've seen you around a couple of people. I don't like you in it, but cool, bro. Do what you're doing. You're not good, brother. It's not gonna sit well. Like it's people go on like, just have the conversation. I hear it.
Nah, it's got to have.
But you telling someone, and remember, it depends on how you say it. Like you can't tell someone. It's like, for example, bad sex. You tell a girl.
That's hard.
How do you tell a girl the sex was bad? Without them deflecting it and saying it's mostly you.
Oh yeah, I hear that.
Do you know what I'm saying? So you can't tell them it's bad. You just got to tell them what you like to help improve it.
But see, with the ghosting thing technically is more of a thing of like it gives them something that they have to accept if you tell them the truth. If you say to them, you know what, this is just not for me, I didn't like whatever it is here. They don't have to like it, but they have to find a way to accept it. But if you don't tell them nothing and you just ghost them, it doesn't give them something to accept because they don't even know. In their head, they're thinking, what the fuck? Like it felt so good, it was going so well.
But is it the truth or their remember, there's the truth and your truth.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm saying, so you could give someone your truth, but then like for example, a girl could give me her truth today. I'm looking at her like, that didn't happen like that though. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna actually accept.
She needs to know your truth in this situation. She needs to know your truth.
Yeah.
Her truth might be different, and the way that she sees it might be different, and the way that she interprets it might be different. But the fact of the matter is, you've given her some form of a truth. But if you don't say nothing, then you've given them nothing, and then it's like difficult for them. And we're saying this girls ghost man them as well.
But that's my point.
But I think I'm just saying it both ways. I'm just giving an example of a man ghosting a woman.
But if a girl ghosts me, for example,
I'm easy.
Like me, for example, me and Taser are different. Taser, like we've had this conversation before. Taser said to me, he needs closure. He's the type of person that like, if a girl ghosts him,
not me,
he needs to know why.
No.
So like, he'll want to speak to her or find out at one point in time. Me, if a girl ghosts me, I'm like, cool, but you can't come back. Like as in like this like it's fine, but just know you can't come back, especially if I'm up as well. Like you can't come back, kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. Whereas Taser's like, I just want to know what happened. I don't need to know what happened because you ghosting me is enough. Like,
Let me tell you this: I'm probably easy to ghost. I'll tell you why. Because, and this is to my detriment. I've mentioned this before as well. It's like I just believe the energy that you show me, purely because I feel like I've been around enough women to know what it's like when a woman really fucks with me. Do you get what I'm saying? If you really fuck with me, I know what that looks like. It's familiar to me. So if now, let's just say we're having a conversation or whatever, and I'll be specific. So you can have a conversation with someone, whatever, and then now you're arranging to meet, and you're like, all right, cool. You know what? Like, let me know. Like what time you're coming down or whatever, and we can I'll pattern it all up. I don't hear nothing. I might hit back and say, are you coming down tomorrow or are you doing whatever? Yeah. You see, if I don't get a message back, I will never hear from me again. You'll never hear, because for me, that was everything I need to know. When you're ready, You'll come back to me and you'll tell me, oh, I'm sorry, this is what happened. Or you may not ever say nothing. But let me tell you something, my bro. I'm not ringing you again. I'm not texting you again. I'm not ringing you. I'm not doing I'm not giving you ever a reason to look at your phone and be like, oh my God. No way, bro. No way. And sometimes I think like, you know, there's a game that can be played sometimes where a person might feel like they want you to fight for them or whatever. My thing is this, yeah? It's so simple. If you give me 30%, I will do the madness. I'm giving the 70 with sauce. If you give me 29, I'll do nothing.
Yeah.
29 is nothing.
But I've spoken to so many girls about this, like, maybe because of the pod or whatever, like, I've got like quite a lot of female friends and or girls who just hit my DMs and just ask me for advice and whatever about guys and whatever. And there's a lot of people who mix up terms and stuff. Like, some women believe that men should chase them, and it's fine. You can believe a man should chase you, but does he believe he's going to catch you? For example, a lion is going to chase a gazelle only when it believes it's going to catch a gazelle. Fact. The lion ain't going to, if the gazelle's a mile away, is the lion going to really chase a gazelle? No, because the lion knows it's not going to catch a gazelle. So with a lot of women that I speak to, I'm like, you have to give this guy something so he believes that he is going to catch you. If he doesn't believe he's going to catch you, some girl, for example, I'm phoning you, you're not responding, or I'm texting you, you're not texting back. That's not me chasing. That, like, you're not responding. So I don't believe I can catch you. Whereas if I'm phoning you, you're answering. Cool. Do you know what I'm saying? You having a standard where you're like, all right, let's go on a couple dates. That's fine because you're still hitting me back. So I'm believing you're interested. Something's going to happen. Whereas if I'm always having to ring you, you're never ringing me back. We go on a date. Like the date's kind of dry, but whatever. I message you, you get home safe. I don't hear back from you until I ring you again. That's not me thinking I'm going to catch you. That's just one way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then when I started saying to that a few girls, they started to say, oh, I kind of understand it. But the term chase me, it just sounds like you need to do all the work and get me. Whatever that means is whatever it means, but you need to get me. Cool. It's like it doesn't work like that. You got to give something.
I can't really work.
You got to give something back.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I meant by that 30%. It's that 30% is giving me something back, and it, like, I guess in some way it inspires me to want to do more as well. But if I don't get it, you know, like sometimes you can be in a situation where you're talking with someone or whatever, and like they're not communicating.
Yeah.
It's just a bit irregular. And if I feel like we've got to a point, where it seems a bit weird, because like 1 minute like it's super hot and the next minute you're cold, I'll bring it to the surface and I'll talk about it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I'll talk about like my assessment on how I've seen it.
Yeah.
And then obviously depending on what you say to me determines what I'm going to do moving forward, innit? But if I do that and then nothing changes, then for me it's like, maybe this is just the way that you are, and I'm not here to come and change you. I'm not going to change you. I'm just probably not the man for you.
Yeah.
I'm just not the man for you because I'm not really doing all of that. I just can't.
You see me, I highlight stuff like that. The reason I highlight stuff like that is because if I highlight stuff, then there's no confusion. So, for example, if I don't know, as you said, maybe I might ring a girl and she never rings me back, or I might text you, you don't text me back. I'm going to let you know that, because what might happen now is if I don't address this, when we speak about this in like, I don't know, 6 months' time, you're going to say to me, that didn't happen. Because remember, there might be no text correspondence to, like, there's no proof, there's no screen grabs. So like, she might be like, that never happened. Whereas if I've had a conversation, you now know this has happened. So if it continues, at least I can say, but we spoke about it before, it's still happening.
Yeah.
Let's go separate ways. Whereas if you don't speak about stuff, people have got that wiggle room to say, that never happened.
Yeah.
Nah, stop exaggerating. You know, people do them ones like that's,
Yeah.
what? Stop
You're
being
exaggerating.
silly, man. You're exaggerating. Why are you in your feelings, man? Stop being sassy. You know, that's the new one.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
I ain't here for the games thing too much like that though, man.
But I hate games, bro.
I'm just not really in all of that. But like, yeah, I'm just not really in.
If you don't like me, that's fine. Yeah. I want to. If you don't like me, it's fine. If you do like me, that's fine. But I just ain't got time for the games, bro.
I think as well, it's like one of the reasons why I'm so on just reading and believing the energy is because I do find it annoying when I'm trying to just not be. I'm just trying to show you that I'm just not even really interested. You're not even reading You're not reading the room, babes. I don't like you. Babes, I'm not interested. Like, I'm just not interested. And now you're just making it awkward. Now you're putting me in a stage, where I have to now spell it out to you. Like, I don't like you.
But don't you find it how the girls that you don't like, have the wickedest energy, bro? It's like they don't mind. Like, they'll come up to you in the rave and they don't get like spatial awareness. Like, like I'm here, but you're here on my face, bro. In the rave, like you're cracking a joke. Like I'm trying to nice meeting you. Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm just trying to be cordial, but you're like here, and I'm like, jeez.
Yeah. Give me some space,
bro. Man. But I feel like maybe that's how they have to maybe maneuver.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you been a ghoster like that though?
What do you mean in terms
like
of?
Just on a super just a ghost vibe?
What you say in terms of in a venue?
No, like with a gal. Like, did you just ghost?
No, do you know what? I don't ghost, but I'll do this where, for example, I don't like to repeat myself. So if
you don't like to repeat yourself?
No, I hate repeating myself. I hate repeating myself.
What do you mean? Give me context.
So, for example, like imagine like you might be with a girl and then she might do something that like, I don't know, I'm just trying to think. So you might say, for example, your missus might say to you, all right, we need to go on date night, like once a month, for example.
Yeah.
And you're like, and she's moaning that you don't go out and whatever. So you're like, all right, cool, no problem. All right, let's go on date night. Then you go on date night, and then she's moaning about something else.
Oh no, I can't be with a moaner though.
And you're like, but you said date night, we've been on date night, you're still moaning. Like, what's going on? Like, that kind of thing. Or, no, that's not even a good example. We have a conversation about something and we come to an agreement where like, my mind's gone blank. So basically, imagine we have a conversation about something and we've just come to an agreement where we understand what's going on. Like, but then you want to have this conversation again a week later. What?
Oh, you're not even trying to do that?
I'm not doing it ever again.
So what do you do?
I'm not addressing it because we've already addressed it, bro. Like, I don't. We come to an agreement. We're fine. Like at least give it like 6 months.
Yeah.
If it's not working, I'm not doing what you think I'm not supposed to do.
I hear
but a week later.
Yeah, a week later is mad.
What?
A week later is mad.
For example, so that's like something that I would not entertain. I'm like, so you might text me. I'm not. You won't hear from me again. Not like in life, as in you ring me, and I get the gist that we're speaking about the same thing again.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are we speaking about this the same? We spoke about it like last week.
I can't be with a moaner anyway. That's for sure. I can't be with a moaner. And do you know what? Like, I'm just massive on respect as well. So if I feel like there's some disrespect in there from early, then I'm completely out. But other than that, like, you see, I don't know, man. I just think the game is so mad at the moment because people are going through so much stuff. Like, even I was speaking to someone just today, funny enough, a family member, and it's like she's found out that the don that she was talking to has got a whole family and all this type of shit. And I can hear by the energy, that, you know what? The next guy that she meets is actually going to have to bear the brunt of this because what she went through was so mad in that, like, did you get what I'm saying? Like, it's so mad. Imagine, like, you're talking to someone for God knows how long and they got a whole fucking family. They got a business together and that. Like, what the fuck? That is crazy. That is crazy.
But that's why it's a bit mad that the older you get, the more people you meet, they're gonna have mad baggage, bro, because they've gone through life. Like, there's no way. The funny thing is, the next guy can't be. The next guy can be mad at her for that, but we, coming out of the situation, can understand why she would be like that. Because there's no way, like, what's that saying? Fool me once, fool me twice, whatever that's twice, whatever. That saying there, because she's thinking, I'm doing my due diligence now. I'm checking, I'm coming to your yard, the next one, I'm going to come to your yard. I'm going to come to your workplace. I'm doing all my due diligence to make sure you ain't got another family, or, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas the next dude's thinking, bro, be easy, man. Like, what's kind of, I've just come here. So you won't realise, but in society, in the way it is now, and even, for example, you might be on Twitter and hear a story about someone having another family. So a woman now will meet a dude and then she's thinking, wow, I saw this on Twitter the other day that guy had a whole family. So she might even experience it herself. It could be second-hand experience.
Yeah, for real.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everyone does it. Even guys, a guy might see a woman cheat on a guy.
Yeah.
And now in his mind, man, don't trust these girls. You ain't never been cheated on before, bro.
Nah,
You've got no reason to not trust a woman.
Yeah, we internalized that in a massive way, you know. What are you talking about? She got a man in that, and what you piped her in that. It's like the disgust. What are you talking about? What you just piped her and she got a man in that. Like, I think it's maybe because we feel like that could have been me, but I'm sure they do exactly the same thing. I mean, it's the same. Like, it's all the same, really. You know, we just make excuses for what is okay and what's not, and like what we feel like is acceptable and what, I don't know, man. But I will say this though. I think as a social experiment, it would be interesting to see what it would look like if your start date of a relationship was from when you first spoke on the phone and you got on. Not on now you didn't get on, or like someone's claiming you're one person. You know that time, and we've all had it, where you speak to someone for the first time, or whatever it is, on the phone, and you get on like a house on fire. Okay, right now we're in a relationship. That's it. We're together now from this date. And also on top of that, at least you can you know exactly the date. Everyone's talking about, oh yeah, we've been together for fucking 7 years and 8 years and all that type of shit. You don't know the date. No, I know that on the 6th of February, from this day, we was in a relationship. And do you know what? If it doesn't work out, at least after this talking stage, I could say, at least it was my gal. Because if I'm doing the talking stage for 5, 6, 7 months and that, which I don't really do, but if I am doing that, and there's nothing at the end of it, it's for nothing. Yeah. It's dead, bruv. It's dead.
But you know what's mad about this, the talking stage you're talking about, whatever, is just that back in the day, man used to actually hold convos with girls for 4 or 5 hours, bro.
Yeah,
like, man used to fall asleep on the phone, like, you drop the phone.
Yeah, right.
You drop, no, you drop. The times, brother, I used to wake up, and the phone was like I wake up and I didn't know where the phone is. Like, it's just dropped on the floor, do you know what I'm saying? Whereas now, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't like speaking on the phone.
What?
I hate speaking on the phone, bro. I hate it, like, as in, like...
So do I, to be fair, but if I like you, I'm in. If I like you, I'll chat to you. See me, I'm one of them, man.
I love her, man.
If I like a girl, I'm texting all day. I'll speak and that. Like, I'm on all of that. I'm on all of it.
Serious?
I want all of it, bro. But if I'm not there, if I'm not there, then I just don't really like.
See, I'm a weird. Do you know what it is? As I'm getting older, I realise that I'm not a weirdo, but I'm weird in terms of, like.
I'm a weirdo. I'm definitely a weirdo.
I am out of sight, out of mind. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but
what do you mean?
Like, for example, if I'm someone who's by myself a lot, innit? So in terms of, and I do a lot of work. So for example, I might be on my computer a lot. I've got events, so I'm doing all that I'm sending emails. So a day for me can go like that. Like, I can be on my computer editing videos, editing audio, doing flyers, whatever, and then it could be 9 a.m. and at the blue 7 p.m. I'm like, blinked and I'm like, oh my God, rah. Let me go gym, or let me get something to eat. By the time I've done that, day's gone. So if you're a girl I'm speaking to, I might speak to you that day because I'm just in my zone doing what I'm doing. But she might be thinking, remember, people see stuff through their eyes. So she might have a normal 9 to 5 where she starts work at 9, finishes at 5, got a lunch break at 12. So during her lunch break, she's got time to be on the phone. Right, Marvin messaged me. On the way to work in the morning, Marvin messaged me. What's going on? On the way home from work, Marvin messaged me. Whereas my day is not that. It's a complete blur. See what I'm saying? Now, Chuckie, he's on man already. I can see it. Hey, look, I can see it. I ain't buying this guy.
Go on.
But yeah, so I'm just saying, so And because I'm single as well, I don't have to, if I had a girl, it's different because once you got a girl, you have to message because it's your missus. Like you got to check in. If I'm single, I've got I don't have to check in. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm single. So I feel like that my work pattern and me being single has just made me this person that if I don't speak to you or hear from you, then you might not hear from me for like a few days.
Okay. If I'm doing that, I don't like you enough. I might like you, but I don't like you enough. But when I like somebody, you see, like now, obviously, like my days are just all mad and random, and like sometimes I'm just incredibly busy. Yeah, but I'm gonna text, I'm gonna holler, I'm gonna make it clear, babes, I'm just doing blah blah whatever. I'm like, I'll shout you a little bit later, and I will do that. But if I'm not into it as much, then yeah, like you'll just hear from me. You just hear from me when you hear from me. I think, do you know what, bro? I'm probably one of them guys here where it's like, if I actually really like you, it's kind of like I'm your man. Because you're hearing from me all the time. And we're just talking. And we're just doing that. But usually what ends up happening is if something might happen that then makes me think, nah, this ain't for me. Or she might do the same thing, whatever it is. And then it gets put on the whole.
That's what I'm saying, but that's why, now it makes sense why you were talking about the talking stage being long and it just being a waste of time because your talking stage is actually a talking stage.
Mine is a talking stage.
Yeah, see, my talking stage is not a talking stage. Mine is just a few messages here and there, phone you every now and then. It's not really, so it doesn't take anything out of my life to do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas I would hate to invest time in someone and it don't go nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, the maddest thing is I've taken time to invest in somebody and I've decided that I didn't want nothing. So I've spent bare time doing bare talking and then this ain't even for me.
Do you spend money during that stage as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's expensive out here, bro.
That's
why you can't do it. And that's what I'm saying. If we said, you know what, from this point on, by the way, I'm not even complaining.
That makes sense.
I'm not complaining.
That makes sense because
I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just putting a theory. But it's like, you know what? If I'm doing this, then we're doing it from the get-go with intention, which means that ultimately our blinkers are just on each other until it's not.
Now it makes sense what you're saying because
if it's not that, then we're just all we're just multiple dating.
Do you know what I thought you meant? I thought you meant like you go to a rave, you meet a girl, you get a number. So you say, what's nice meeting you yesterday? And that's your girl from then.
Right, no.
I'm thinking that's mad.
No, this is it. So you meet a girl at a rave.
Yeah.
You chat with her, chop it up, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Vibes, whatnot now. Get the number. You go home. You might not speak to her that night, but you might speak to her tomorrow in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Late afternoon. Yeah. Come back from podding now. You know what I'm saying? Kick back, chill, boom, had a little meal, whatever. Then you're just rapping on the phone, talking for time now. From that point there, you know what? This conversation was cool. This is my girl now. That's it, blinkers. We're just on each other. until it's nothing. Until it's nothing. That way, it's like, you're just spending money here without spending money here, trying to figure. Because ultimately, we're all just trying to figure out which one it is, innit? Like, we're all just going into dating situations with no purpose, including me at times.
But
none.
Do you know? But the thing is, like, we say everyone plays. We say that we don't like games, but everyone plays games. Like, life is a game. So, for example, like, you might get a girl's number today. Certain man will be like, I can't message her today. Man, got to leave it a couple of days. You get me? Obviously, don't want to thinking I'm desperate. Certain men are like, I'm messaging her on the day. It's like everyone, like for me, for example, if I get a girl's number today, I'm texting her like immediately, as in like the moment I leave, like I'll take her number. Oh, just message you, Marvin, yeah. So I don't want to hear, there's no excuse. Remember, you could reach out to me the same way I can reach out to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because if I take your number and I ghost for days, like it's all on me, do you know what I'm saying? Whereas now it's like, I'm openly will hit you up first, but you got my details anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Where some people play games where they're like,
I'm not hitting
can't
him
ring her
first.
for 2-3
He's
days.
got to message me
yeah,
first.
like, but the funny thing is, everyone does it, bro.
Yeah.
To an extent, like everyone does it.
I'm hitting you, innit? I'm just not hitting you if I don't get a response. I'm just not doing that, innit? Like if I don't get a response or I don't feel a certain type of energy, then I would so much rather be the laid back Don than the intense one.
Would
know
you
what I'm
double
saying?
text?
Huh?
Would you double text?
Not unless we was arranging to meet up. If I've messaged you and said, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
I promise you, bro, I'm not messaging again. I promise you, you're not getting the next one. You're not getting a, hey, is everything okay? It's not happening.
Do you know what annoys me as well? I don't know if you've ever had
Not unless I know, if we've had a conversation and you've told me that you're not well or there's something that's been going on, then I'll come back.
Yeah, you check in because you
I'll
know
come back. Are you all right?
Yeah, 100%.
Outside of that, forget about that. You saw the message.
Have you had this one before though, where like you might speak to a girl on maybe like a Monday or Tuesday, and you're like, oh, what we do? Let's do something on Saturday, whatever. She's gone, yeah, cool. All right, cool. Saturday, 8 p.m. Like we're gonna go here. She's like, yeah, cool. Then you don't speak. Maybe you might speak sparingly in the week, but you don't really speak. Then Saturday, you hit her up maybe 5 p.m. Like, yo, babes, later on. I didn't hear from you in the week, so I didn't think it was confirmed. Are you crazy?
Fuck off!
Are you crazy? Brother,
Let me tell you something
Let's-
now. Yeah, you playing the fucking
brother, that one there.
Yeah, they played the game. They didn't want to come out then, if anything, then. Yeah? Because otherwise you would have just hit, man.
But you didn't hear from me, so I didn't think it was happening. Oh, get out of it.
And the thing is, I speak to Bear Man. Bear Man have had that, you know,
Yeah.
where like it's like the girl wants to like hear you from you like every
Moment.
day, like as in we're still good for Friday, yeah. We're still good for
Good for
Saturday.
Friday,
Like,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
I'm busy, man. And then it's that whole notion, you know, like when people say like they want a guy who's
Assertive.
successful
Oh.
and doing his thing and whatever, but a guy successful and doing his thing is a busy guy, you know.
Of course.
But then now you want someone that's got the time for you.
Constantly be on you.
But I can't be if I'm a busy guy and I'm successful and I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, which one is it? Pick your poison. It's either I'm going to be available all the time, but I ain't really doing much, or I'm not going to be available as much, but I'm doing a lot.
Right.
So what guy do you want? But then the problem is there's a guy in the middle that's
Yeah.
a liar.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Brother, tell the truth. The guy in the middle, yeah, that doesn't do anything,
Yeah.
but says he's busy.
Yeah.
A lot of girls have met that guy.
Yeah.
So when you as a busy guy now say that,
doing
she
shit.
thinks, you're that guy in the middle. You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
That guy in the middle has fucked up everything for. Even the guy who don't do nothing has done more for us as a
Than the guy in the
gender
middle.
than the guy in the middle, bro.
The guy in the middle is a bluffer, innit?
Bro, he's fucked up everything.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Those are usually the man who sell drawers.
Drawers.
Your weed.
Oh, I thought you meant like as in boxers, like man
no,
selling
no.
like pants.
The man who sell 20 bags. The man.
And take a bit out for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Them bad there,
But I hear that. Do you know, actually, just lastly, before we leave here, like one of my other things is, if I've planned something, I've said, you know what, boom, on this day, whatever we're gonna do, whatever it may be, I've planned something, and then you cancel on me, I won't rearrange.
Yeah, you have to do it.
You have to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
You have to do that. And if you don't do it,
It's never
I
done.
won't. It's
Yeah.
it's never happening. It's never happening. Like, that's the time where you've got to step up and say, all right, cool, do you know what? I can't do that day, but in fact, I can do this day. If you don't do that, then then there's nothing here for me.
You got to have your standards. You got to have your non-negotiables.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to just constantly be out.